Hey everyone, this is Andy from Giz China, and today we're looking at the Mlais M7. This is Mlais' flagship phone for 2015 so far. Before we take a look at the device itself, let's have a look at a few accessories that they've sent over with it. First up is this flip cover. It's basically just a vinyl flip cover which clips onto the rear of the phone. Got this window here for notifications and controlling the phone as well. You can control your music. And you can also obviously answer phone calls. Got this receiver grill there, so you can use the phone with the cover shut. On the rear you've got space for that fingerprint scanner, 13 megapixel camera, single LED flash, and also the external speaker. Another accessory that Mlais have got for the M7 is a laminated glass screen protector. This also has an oleophobic coating, which means that not only will it protect the screen should you drop the phone, but it should also prevent you from getting fingerprints and smears on it so easily too. Okay, let's take a look at the phone itself. So it comes in this turquoise box, same as the M52 and the M4 packaging, but on the rear obviously we have the specifications for the M7. If we just pull the top off, there it is, the M7 itself. We've been sent the black version of the phone. There's also a white model available too. Underneath that we've got a English quick start guide. This will help you easily set the M7 up if you're not used to Android devices already. And also inside we've got an EU standard charger and a USB data cable. Alright, let's take a look at the phone itself. So the Mlais M7, it's a 5.5 inch phone. It's got a 1280 by 720 HD display. So it's got the same resolution as the Ulefone B Touch, but a slightly lower resolution to the Ulefone P7000. On the front here we've got an 8 megapixel front facing camera, and you can see that we've got this home button, and once the phone is on that lights up, and so do the buttons either side of it too. On the rear we have that fingerprint scanner. Now this is only a touch fingerprint scanner, there's no button built into that. So if you want to open the phone you do still need to press the power button, then scan your fingerprint to get it working. We've got a 13 megapixel Sony IMX135 rear camera on there. LED flash, that's a single LED flash, and you can just make out we've got a small speaker grill there too. The black plastic rear cover has a rubberized finish for added grip and texture, and it means if you put it on a table you don't need to worry about it slipping away, as I found with a few other phones for 2015. Okay, the rear cover comes off. There's a small section here, you can get your thumbnail underneath. Let's pull it away, and inside we've got a 2600 mAh battery, dual SIM LTE support, and a micro SD card reader too. Okay, let's pop that back on. Snaps back into place. Alright, turn that off. Okay, before we have a look at the actual phone itself running, let's take a look at this chassis. So we've got this aluminium chassis running around the phone. You can see that it's a black anodized chassis with a silver bezel and edges on it. So Mlais have actually created quite a sturdy aluminium chassis on here. It's quite, it does flex if you bend it enough, but it doesn't bend and stay bent, which is a nice feature that a lot of us are looking out for now. I also like the fact that this aluminium chassis has obviously the black and the silver, and they've carried that over onto the power button and the volume rocker, which are on the left hand side of the phone. So some nice design features there. It's also quite a compact phone. It's a 5.5 inch display on it, but Mlais have managed to make it quite compact and quite short in comparison to other phones on the market. So for example, if I bring the Ulefone P7000 in, if we just put those next to each other, you can see that already the M7 is a much shorter phone, and it's also slightly narrower. It's also not as thick as the Ulefone P7000 too. Obviously the Ulefone has a larger battery. The battery in the M7 is just 2600 mAh. But that compact design does mean it's a lot more comfortable in your hand. It's also a lot lighter as well. If we bring the Ulefone B Touch in, you can see again the M7 is shorter and it's also slightly narrower too. So just in comparison to those other phones on the market which the M7 is competing to, it is a lot more compact and a little bit lighter weight as well. Okay, if we just turn the phone on, if I just press the power button, the screen will pop on, and you can see that it's asking me for a PIN code because I have the fingerprint scanner already set up. So if I just scan my fingerprint, so unlock that again, scan my fingerprint, it'll unlock. There we go, and you can see that we're running Android 5.0 out of the box. Now, Mlais have told me that this model of the phone, the one that I've been sent, is running a prototype or non-production ready version of the ROM, and I need to flash it to get a production version of the ROM on there, which I will do for the full review. Playing around with the device, I have found that it's not quite as smooth as it should be, but obviously as this ROM isn't designed for production phones, I suppose we can let them off for now, as long as the actual production phone is a little bit snappier. I've been playing around with different settings on here, playing around with different things. I find that YouTube runs perfectly, there's no issues with video playback, and the sound quality of the external speaker is pretty good. It's loud, it's very, very clear, but it is a little bit tinny. There's pretty much no bass in there. But just for listening to movies, or just for livening up a quiet bedroom while you're getting ready to go out, that there is enough volume there to pump out some music. I've already ran Antutu on here, and it's getting around 44,000 points. I'll just double check that. I think I've made a screenshot of it. Just one moment. Go into the gallery. Where is it? Gallery, there it is. Yeah, I got 44,894. So this is running a MediaTek MT6752 processor. That's a 64-bit chip. We've got 3 GB of RAM as well, and there's 16 GB of internal memory. So 44,000 isn't bad, and once we have that proper ROM in here, we should see a little bit better fluidity of the phone, and maybe even a higher score in Antutu. Another thing I want to point out are these buttons along the bottom. As you can see, once you hit them, they do light up. But what I really like about it, as you can see, there's no bleeding. Now, in some phones, you find that when these lights come on, you'll find that the light bleeds around the edges, and it sort of looks a bit, it doesn't look very well made, to be perfectly honest. But Mlais have done a good job here. The light is only coming through the icons, so they've really done a good job of blacking out the chin area and just getting that light focused through the icons, which, it's only a small thing, but it's a very, very nice thing as well to have. So with that nice alloy chassis, the nice detailing on the buttons, and obviously the the nice backlit buttons there are some nice features there, along with the compact design too. Alright, so far I haven't found any bugs with the phone. Audio quality is okay. We will need to wait for the full review to check out just how good the battery life, the GPS, and the call quality is. But so far so good. If I have to rate this against the Ulefone and the Ulefone P7000, I would say Ulefone first, Mlais M7, and Ulefone P7000 based on quality alone. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. This is my Mlais M7 hands-on and unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me on Giz China.